2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my teams for 2K21. Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face into the game. Once you're good with your appearance, it's time to try out the builder. This year, we've added more skill breakdowns to choose from, so make sure to take a look and pick the right fit for your game. Then, choose your physical profile, modify your attribute caps, and you pick the takeover you want. After you've personalized your build, it's time to test your potential. You get to select the overall you want to play as for the game, all the way up to a 99. Then, it's time to pick your badges. The upgrades available are based on the attributes you have in each category. And it's your decision on how to divide up the badges. Do you want to max them out with a few Hall of Fame badges? Or do you want a little bit of everything by using bronze and silver? It's your call. Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can also hit a quick game. That's right, you'll be able to play 5 total games with access to 4 stacked teams. Current Clippers, current Bucks, all-time Celtics, and all-time Lakers.
Oh, and the champ like Kobe Bryant.
2KU is...
It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident than they do right now and did earlier on. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There it is. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what's shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Lakers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, the Portland Trailblazers, they're down in the 9th position.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught-in-the-middle type. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Davis. And it's McGee in at the center position. And the trade for Anthony Davis a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade, confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
I like that big play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nurkic dishes to Carmelo. Over James.
James is a tough defender. He uses his body well. He stays with this man that makes life difficult.
And LeBron pulls it down.
Good anticipation on the feed. Knows exactly where to go with that ball.
And stolen by LeBron. Now the Lakers on the break. Jumps up, and the dunk by James.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Oh, that'll make any coach happy. Aggressive defense, then changing ends quickly.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Lillard. Portland, no good that time either.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
James kicks to Green. No good from outside. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Terry Stotts for a minute. Coach knows that the Lakers have had an advantage over him this season, beating them twice in their 3 meetings. He said that dealing with LeBron is still asking the impossible, but we'll try something different. He said we might see as many as 3 or 4 different defenders taking their turns on LeBron to give him different looks. Well, lots of teams have tried that over the years. We'll see if they can make it work, guys.
Thank you, David. Caldwell Pope pass to Davis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the evening. The free throw off from McGee. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
Guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And that one's good, Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Caldwell Pope for 3 on the rebound by Nurkic. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he is able to do on the basketball field?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable. And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And it's Davis with the jam.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make. Trailblazers trail by 3.
Here's McCollum, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. 1:52 left in the first. Outside, Green. And they double up Davis.
Nice pass there to set that basket.
1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Anthony. Here's the pass to McCollum. Lillard outside. And they're unable to get the time basket there. To the inside. Howard. It's slammed in by Howard.
you allow Howard to get in close. He's going to punch that ticket.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. It's a 5-point game. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Here's McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
This is who McCollum is. Someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hand.
No good from LeBron.
D playing soft off him. He might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump. He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with Hobbs.
Now here's LeBron. He has 6. Davis inside. He is guarded by McCollum. And the rejection by Collins. Here's Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And one on Caldwell Pope.
Driving to the rim, whether it's scoring or getting to the line, Lillard simply makes the play.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And it's tied up with that one.
Now, what you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Morris right side. Back to Waiters. Pass to Caruso. Fires from deep. A shot. No good. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for the Portland Trail Blazers. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. You see a lot of players who pick up the controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I...
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, I like the attitude they show coming in here. I mean, really applying pressure and trying to give this crowd nothing to cheer about.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris. Then there's Dion Waiters. Then there's J.R. Smith. And it's Caruso in at the point. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
Been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Here's Little, got a piece of it. Peters on the wing. Hezonja defending. Kuzma. Slams it in.
Backed by an aggressive offensive mindset, Kuzma attacks the rim with force.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Pass to Caruso. There's the triple. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Smith. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. That'll be a 5-second call. Let's take a look at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. These guys have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. Second is Hassan Whiteside.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Now here's Kuzma. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Los Angeles making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Portland trailing here.
And the pick and roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. They had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick and roll game.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. In the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. First in blocks, second in rebounding, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
James checked in for Alex Caruso. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Waiters outside. The three. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Three-pointer, Lillard knocks down the three ball. Lillard's got 5 now. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
Now, here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston. Here's McGee. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Fires the three. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. The drive by James. And LeBron throws it down.
You gotta love watching James Scott for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
Portland with the ball. Passes to Whiteside. Outside Anthony. Down low. Here's McCollum. Nobody near Lillard. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. They faced off right here last time they met, but the Hawks just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really get them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Well, how often do we hear, Greg? I mean, you got to take care of the basketball. I mean, they got to be much more disciplined.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Tavius Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Dion Waiters. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
All those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this thing. This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Outside, Green. Back to James. And finished off by LeBron.
James shows no mercy on his drives. Vicious at penetrating.
Here's McCollum. 7 points in the game.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
Yes, that goes in. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
And they've repeatedly drilled inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Caldwell-Pope feeling it out a bit. Trying to get open as Davis. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the lane. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Trailblazers leading by a point. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, it's been a grinded-out game. What have you seen from your team so far?
Well, we're competing. You know, neither team's really shooting the ball that well, but both teams are playing hard.
Energy always leads to good results. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. What did you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, first and foremost, you got to take care of the basketball, and that means playing with poise, making good decisions, and not giving away any possessions. They did a great job of that in the first half.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they've been so far.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
How about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on, it's just taking all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool to watch.
It is. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Davis kicks to James. Caldwell Pope outside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Damian Lillard. 5th in scoring, 6th in assists, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out of transition. He wants to run down the through to the deep, burning in the open floor.
And the dunk by James.
Signature bucket for him on that possession. They can get themselves in front quickly with a few more like that.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. McCollum against Green. Lillard from outside. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So accurate. Caldwell Pope pushes to Davis. The pass to McGee. Over Collins. Again, Los Angeles.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
Pass to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard and the rejection by James.
It's still early, but 1 before starts in the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. They've got to can't miss play. Now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
McGee finds Caldwell Pope. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here is Lillard. He's got 9. McCollum outside. Off the run. Hits it from 3-point range. McCollum's got 10.
He's a volume 3-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
And the Lakers call time here.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. The lead is 2. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. And that one drops. And you look at the shot chart from McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Here's Trent. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Jesus surprises anyone with that piece. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
Caruso, the pass to Morris. Great D that time from Nurkic. To the paint. And finished off by Hezonja.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And Kuzma slams it.
What a take there. When you present these opportunities to Kuzma, he's going to torch you for that mistake.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the 3rd. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Waiters. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Trent for Los Angeles. They've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's Caruso, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. If it counts, here's Simons. Pass to Nurkic. Good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Kuzma's in position.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Now a timeout called by Portland. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside comes in for Hezonja, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Little. Here's Anthony. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And Melo's jumper is pure. You feel like it's going in every time he gets a clean look at the rim.
Here's Caruso. The Lakers have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Simon. Banked in off the glass. Simons has got his 2nd basket of the night.
You can see that D just a little slow getting to the bucket, and he'll make you pay for that.
Kuzma outside. Passes it to Caruso. Morris inside. And on Nurkic. Fades. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Anthony. Smith outside. On the pass to Morris. 26 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Caruso. It's the 3-point bomb. Caruso's got 7 points for the quarter. Trailblazers trail by 5. Outside Anthony. Shoots over Kuzma. The shot by Anthony, no good. The drive by Smith. That one drops for him. Smith's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
Ferocious on the drive. Smith just using his speed on that play.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Trailblazers trail by 7. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And it's sent back by Howard.